Bear market low 2018. Was doing videos. Many of you here with me during that time. COVID swing low 2020, doing videos. The most recent bear market low, doing videos. The previous summer that we just went through, swing low, fear, capitulation, and right now, here we are doing videos. If there's one thing that I've learned over the years, it's been over 7 years doing videos on YouTube, there is no better time to lock in, to focus, to get very unemotional in these markets than when we're in these environments. And we're in one of those environments right now. There's no better time to lock in. A little bit different of a video. I want to look at data. I want to look at some really cool charts and data, but I also just want to go over kind of the zoomed out perspective that I have. And I just want to present to you where my head's at this moment, because crypto is falling. There is high fear. So hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. I hope you're having a good start to your weekend, and let's just jump into it. I want to just start with this picture. Tech dev over here. This is the part, because this is really what I continue to think. This is the part where it becomes popular to say, what if no alt season? And you can go probably read the comments in this video. Altcoin season canceled. Altcoins are done. This is not the first time this has happened, but we are at that part where it is popular to say it. And you see it on X. You see comments all over the place. But if you just look at the data, if you look at the flow of the cycles, he has Bitcoin price, obviously up at, the upper end of this chart up here, kind of what it's doing as far as the cycles go. And then Bitcoin dominance. Obviously, we're waiting for this historically consistent data point, that is to say Bitcoin dominance falling. It's what it does every cycle right around now. Seems like it's taking a little bit longer, but that's why it's becoming popular to say altcoin season canceled, because it's not falling as of yet. The other thing I want to mention is Coin Bureau. I just saw this post. Fear is dominating the crypto market right now with the fear greed index at 35. Historically, extreme fears when the best buying opportunities arise. Is it time to buy? That's up for debate, depending on what your approach is to these cycles. But like I started the video saying, when we get into these environments, it is absolutely the time to lock in. And if you look at this chart, this fear and greed index chart, and I actually have it up over here, but you notice back here, this was September 2024. We're like entering that territory. We're also entering territory of September 2023 in terms of fear and the levels of fear that we have right now. And if we go to this chart, what are we looking at in terms of these time frames? Well, here's September 2023 right here, right? So there was this moment of fear in the market that we're reaching those levels now. And even September 2024, right here, moments of high fear. We're entering those levels right now. And what's, especially because I've been just tracking these cycles for years now, it's just cool for me to see, like, we get these higher lows, right? And we're in a higher low right now. And that is just one very powerful picture. So if you've been in this game long term, what we see happening right here, a higher low reset at really the most bullish time that crypto's ever been, this is very healthy and this is very good. And that's a very unpopular thing to say right now. I want to go over some thoughts because this is really what I wanted to try and present in this video. Please forgive me if I'm reading too much, but this, I think, as far as my perspective goes, since I'm tracking my crypto journey here, this is one of the most important posts that I could have made. I just made it today on X. I said I've done a video almost every day for over 7 years tracking crypto cycles. And if you're out there, if you've been here, if you're not somebody that comments a lot, just comment below, just like a thumbs up, or let me know if you're out there and you're seeing what I'm seeing. Like, if you've been on this journey and you're still in the game with me, let me know in the comments, please. 3,000% pumps, 90% dips. I can't believe it. But we're finally standing at the threshold of a crypto revolution. Now's not the time to walk away. Even if you're new here, you're not late. And speaking of everything I'm about to present to you in that post that I think is just fundamentally just a new era for all of us, if you just look at the chart alone and we don't even pay attention to what is going on in the general landscape globally, let alone in the US, if you just look at this chart is looking very good and very healthy. So continuing on, this has been fun, and it has, but it's not a game. This is, and I truly mean this. I keep saying like this is becoming serious for me. It's time to lock in. It's time to have the plan set. There's a very serious opportunity here that I'm grateful has been presented to us. Crypto-friendly administration, deregulation, clarity. Not going to go into the details. We've seen the press conferences. We've seen the meetings. We've seen just what Congress is doing, the bills that are coming into play. Innovation floodgates about to explode open, meaning this hasn't even happened yet. It's getting ready to happen. Opportunities like we've never seen. The global race to get into crypto is just now beginning. Quantitative tightening is going to play into this, right? It's signaling its end. And I'm about to show you a post about this. And on-chain data shows retail capitulation giving way to whale accumulation. Short-term traders being distracted by noise. The sentiment on YouTube has been very clear that we're seeing that. I don't know about you, but my priority is the continued effort to make sure I have exposure to the market, even amidst short-term uncertainty and volatility. This is where we are. I do think cycles are changing, and this is a good thing. We're in a brand new territory, and it's time more than ever to focus. I do think cycles are changing a bit, right? Because if we're really thinking about even, for instance, the Bitcoin dominance chart, Bitcoin dominance, if we're really dissecting like to the day, to the week, Bitcoin dominance really would have at this moment right here started falling. And it's put in a swing high. And right now there's a lot of speculation of how much higher, when it's going to start falling. But historically, it would have just started falling. So from a weekly perspective, we're like a couple weeks off here. And this could be one little signal that the cycles are changing a bit. But for me, that doesn't cancel out altcoin season. Now, with this all happening, something that is happening is the signal that the end of quantitative tightening is here. There's a high probability. This is from today, by the way, this post. A high probability markets will pump soon purely based on forward guidance by the Fed. And short-term pumps, consolidations, dips, whatever, they're not as important to me as the long-term trajectory. And that's one thing I just kind of wanted to present to you in this video as we zoom out on these charts. On February 7th, yesterday, 83-page report sort of guiding towards the end of quantitative tightening. It was extremely vague, but that's the Fed's language. Fed forward guidance is communication tool used by the Federal Reserve to influence the public's expectations about the Fed's future actions, which can impact interest rates and financial conditions in order not to shock the markets. So if we're getting into this environment now where, and I'm going to go back to this altcoin market cap chart, where quantitative tightening is actually getting ready to come to an end, perhaps in Q2, the end of Q2, this summer, everything that we've been talking about and tracking, and really this applies to anybody that is macro-minded, the zoomed out people out there, because that's where my head's at. It's where my head has been at through the years, and where we are in the cycles right now. If you look at this chart, all of these liquidation events, all of the fear, even the most recent $10 billion record level liquidations, quantitative tightening coming to an end. Who knows the exact time for quantitative easing? But if that's after all of the last couple of years and what we've seen already on this chart, if that's what's ahead of us in an environment of deregulation and just regulatory clarity for the market and tons of liquidity coming into the market and innovation coming into the market, if this is what's ahead of us, really, right now is the time to zoom out. My videos, I know we track short-term price. My videos really are not for short-term traders or people that are just looking for pump and dump, 1,000% gains in 2 weeks or a month. That's not what my videos are for, everybody. And I think as far as my YouTube channel, my X account, my take, my broader view of the market has absolutely been long-term. And here's where we are. We're just look at this. I mean, if you look at this now, we're from December swing high, we're in February, we're in a multi-month consolidation with high fear, record level liquidations at the beginning of a new era for crypto. So I'm not here to try and convince anybody of anything, but I want to be, since I'm documenting all of this, right, online, I want to be clear, as quick, as simple as possible, of why I'm so excited and grateful to be in the crypto space right now. And I'm locked in trying to figure out how to have just the most healthy, solid, prepared positioning and exposure to these markets. So let me know your thoughts. I hope you're having a good weekend. Obviously, there's nothing crazy happening with price, and it's weekend. We might go lower. But as you can see, it's not so much the short term that matters. It's kind of where we are in the longer term. So hit the subscribe, turn notifications on, and if you enjoyed the video, please, your support and just hitting that like button means a ton to me. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.